Hello everyone, welcome back to a new replay cast. Today we're going to be having a look at the bottom left spawning as the blue Terran is going to be Liquid Clem, my beautiful teammate. He is in the top right as the red Zerg is going to be Infinity Gaming's Denver. Alright. And this guy always cracks me up. I'm not sure why he's always on the Nexus or on the hatchery, but I like that guy a lot. It's looking solid. Opening up with the pool first here is Denver, a man who isn't afraid to cheese a little bit. Not even necessarily cheese, just play more aggressive. It's not much of a cheeser actually. Does do the occasional all-in, but yeah, does like his early game aggression, does like his mid game aggression, does like his late game aggression. He likes aggression all the way through. So we see a pool first. Let's see if Clem will be going in for an SCV scout. Doesn't look like it currently, as this SCV is rallied down and this SCV is just rallied to the mineral, so most likely not going to be an SCV scout, which is going to suck a little bit for Clem here. 6 links are being produced as well as a gas right now, and Clem will need to find a way to deal with this. You will need to find a way to deal with this indeed. SCV coming out to build a depot. For a second I thought that was going to be an SCV scout. I was like, well, that's awfully late. I might as well wait for the Reaper, but no, it is going to be a depot indeed. We see this was a gas first opener, I believe, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. Never mind. It was a barracks first opener. I don't quite know my gas timings as well as I should. So we have a marine follow-up. We follow up, of course, by a reactor. 6 links are making their way across the map. We'll be able to, I'm not sure if they get a cancel on this base, but definitely we'll be able to get this marine if it stays on the low ground. No, marine won't stay on the low ground. Depots! 2 race barely in time. SCV will start running away now. Reaper will make its way back home. 2 links chasing that SCV. I'm not too sure about that. There, Denver might just want to be focusing mainly on that command centers. Here we have links trying to fight these SCVs. One SCV will... No, not a single SCV falling. So far good micro with this marine as well. 6 links go down, 1 marine goes down. That's a good trade there for Clem. As you might say, well, he had the pool workers. That's true, but don't forget, on the other hand, it was a pool first opener, which delays everything a little bit for the Zerg as well. Slower hatchery downstairs, so you're missing a little bit of mining time. And of course those links could have been drones early on. Usually only produce 4 links and a little bit later than what Denver did here. So good opener here for Clem, who will be moving across the map with a Reaper, making sure there's no roach attack follow-up, which there is not, and he'll follow it up with a quick triple CC. Does get scouted by Denver, so Denver is going to be kind of confident. Marine being built right now, so no tech lab yet. Banshee seems unlikely as well, as second gas is extremely late. Might be a Viking instead, and then we'll see a tech lab being built here. So yeah, Viking most likely into tech lab. There we go. 2 Hellions are out. Hellion 3 is on the way. Or sorry, Hellion 4 is on the way. 3rd Hellion was already out. And decide to put it on a different location here. First Viking will be able to get at least 1 Overlord. Should be aware that there's a second Overlord here. Hellions trying to sweep in, trying to get some damage done, but Denver is on top of it. Won't be taking no damage here. First Viking will be able to right click this Overlord and we'll be moving over to this area. So we'll get 2 Overlords for free. Well, at the cost of a Viking, even though he won't lose it. So yeah, it's basically free. 6 Hellions have been built, and that's usually the point at which we do start seeing barracks, extra barracks going down. Good micro here by Clem. Keeps all of his Hellions alive once again. Should send this Hellion back for repairs, as a single hit will kill it. Queen's moving back. I'm not sure what they were doing, but they were out very, very far. Creep is being spread around the map currently. There is no full wall yet, so 2 Hellions do stay home, get repaired. 4 Hellions together with the Reaper start moving across the map. How many links is there? There's 16 links. That should be plenty to deal with this. Baling nest on the way, no evac chambers yet. Double eBay on the other side for Clem, who has 3 barracks and is producing tanks already. Yeah, I was thinking that can be medevacs yet. Your 1-1 hasn't started yet. We do see extra gases going down right now for Clem. Depot wall trying to get finished off as these Hellions are trying to deny some creep, of course. Not really planning on going in there, getting some drone damage. Doesn't really seem viable. It does manage to get 2 creep tumors, so that's not a big deal, but it's nice. Viking might tank a little bit of damage here. 2, 3 volleys of queen shots. Never nice to catch. Just flying around in your Viking, and all of a sudden these 9 rage animals just start throwing at you. Dirty claws. Spire on the way before Evo Chamber, so this is going to be one of those situations where it's going to be important for Denver that he gets some momentum going. DRG has been playing a bit like this. I saw 1 or 2 games against Innovation with this exact style where he delays the Evo Chambers a lot and then gets a... So basically you push back the initial 2 medevacs really hard. And then you counterattack with Ling, Baneling Speed and Mutalisk. And you hope to do some worker damage on that 3rd base. That's pretty much the plan going to be here for Denver. While still having good economy, but just a big delay on those Evo Chambers. So do really need to do something with this majority of the time. A little bit of damage, perhaps get a medevac here or there. As you're focusing a lot on that early defense. 67 workers right now for Denver. Baneling Speed about to be done. Spire is close to finishing. Doesn't really have any money for mutas though, so that sucks. Should really have been able to get 4 or 5 mutas at this point though. Queen's falling basically immediately. Good scan here. Managed to get a little bit of the creep. Those tanks on the Banelings, and Clem absolutely destroying in this early game. Still no mutas on the way. 800 gas is in the bank. So this is not quite working out for Denver here, who shouldn't struggle to keep this base. There's plenty of creep, there's a lot of units on the way, but he is taking a little bit too much damage already. He much prefer droning up this base at this point. 7 mutas are on the way finally, but it took some time. Here come more Banelings, tanks not focus firing. 4 micro by Clem, does not manage to get all the Banelings. Still ends up with an okay trade, but definitely should be heading back home at this point, as I don't believe he can really stay here. Combat Shield is about to finish up. Actually, Clem is different, that he's managed to be able to get that 4th base. He will be able to get that 4th base. In that case, it's definitely worth it. The little risk. Denver opting to go for a semi-base trade, I guess. There's no turrets yet. Clem did not realize he's playing against a muta opening. We'll end up losing a couple of workers, but 2-2 starts basically immediately. 4th CC is on the way same time as the 5th hatchery, so very commanding lead at this point here for Clem, who starts clearing a little more creep. Still a tank here on the edge. We have 1-1 about to finish up here for Denver. More mutas being added in. 4th base being taken in the middle right now. There's still a little bit of creep there. I think this shouldn't be able to do too much, right? 4 Marines is not enough against this muta count. Luckily for Clem, he does not get spotted out. There's still quite some resources over here, really. I mean, this is 2 medevac, it's a tank. Quickly 325 gas. Muta's doing some harass on the other side of the map, but Clem is pulling ahead in workers. He's pulling ahead in supply, and his upgrades are still slightly ahead as well. Tor already starting. 3rd CC has finished, turning into a planetary at this point. There's almost no creep on this side, leading up towards the 3rd and the 4th base. A little bit of creep in the middle, which Clem would need to deal with, but Denver's just looking for opportunities to get some damage done with this Mutalisk. Loses a muta, doesn't kill anything. It's not quite the opportunity he was looking for, I believe. So we have +1 vehicle weapons on the way. A little bit of a push in the middle by Clem. Does not with that trade. It does trade, but that's not the kind of trade you want as Clem. Setting up for that later engagement. Scan forward, sees the lack of gas on the 4th base. Once again, mutas flipping around, trying to get some damage done. Another turret on the way here for Clem. Continues building mines, drilling claws has started now at this point. Wall being taken down here by Denver. 1 managed to kill a muta, but we'll have pay for it with his life and the life of a tank. Big run by being set up at this point. Denver does need to be careful. Run by should go in after this army disappears again, but it's annoying for Clem to know that there is a run by on the map. Denver doing a pretty decent job here at harassing. Clem not completely prepared. 5 depots being built at the same time. Wall being re-walled as well. I wouldn't mind seeing 1 or 2 more turrets over here as the muta count keeps rising. 14 mutas out right now, 7 more on the way, plus 1 flyer attacks has just started. Push through the middle by Clem, who will manage to clear a little bit of the creep. 1 turret will fall basically immediately. More depots are going down. Yeah, what do we have here? Is this enough banes? 19 banes are here. Crashing into single marines at this point. Where's the mines? There's 6 mines, but they're all at home or being rallied across the map, so this army without mines is still powerful, don't get me wrong, but with mines off creep is going to be so much more powerful, as first mines are over here now. Drilling claws has finished, 4 workers do go down. Then slightly too far on creep. Decent mine connections here on the links. Yeah, pretty decent mine connections. Clem once again ahead in supply. And we're trying to find some damage here, but actually it does get some damage done, which is nice. 170 supply against 150, no creep whatsoever for Denver. Single marauder doing some work on this queen, not going too quickly. 3-3 is on the way, there's no hive yet, no infestation pit yet even, so Denver is getting dangerously close to being down 2 upgrades. Once this 3-3 finishes, fights will be a lot harder, especially if he doesn't manage to re-establish his creep. Mine almost shooting on these mutalisks with Overseer. And enough muta DPS will save the day for now. 3 more mines are on the way, going up to 10 mines. 2 mines positioned here. Where's the rest? Oh, there's 2 here. None here, so then there should be about 6 in the army soon, once these 3 extra finish. 3 Thors are out already. Keeps building more and more mines. I really like that. I think the mine count's very important in this matchup, especially against Mutaling Bane. 5th base being established right now for Clem, who's still up in workers. Still has higher supply as well, and we'll start working on the bank pretty soon. We're getting a couple of shots in. Marines trying to chase these mutalisks. Not going to be enough, as mutas can just fly away, obviously. How many Thors do we have? Still 3 Thors. We have plus 2 vehicle plating. Almost done right now. 3-3, at least plus 3 attack has finished. Clem's like, alright, I'm max, I'm gonna be up 2 upgrades. It's time for a little bit of a push. Let's see how ready Denver exactly is for this, as he tries to set up a run by. 1 mine being used defensively. This mutas once again being used aggressively to try for some counter harass. We have basically 2 big counter attacks set up, 1 with the mutas, 1 with the Ling Bane, but this Ling Bane army could also come in as a flank. Mutas flying into the natural. What's there in the natural? There's a single turret, that's not going to be enough. We'll be able to get all the workers here if Clem doesn't pull away. Clem sending back home the 2 medevac with Thors, but it's gonna be too late. He already lost so many workers at this point. Still we have this this flank set up here by Denver, which I don't really think Clem is aware of whatsoever. Big engagement rolling in, lots of banelings, there's no mines here. 1 mine, that's not even a connection. Very good fight for Denver. Wait, gets a CC. Wow. That's actually kind of a big deal here. Denver really putting in some work with this mutalisk. Plus 2 is on the way as well. Oh, Overseer does end up falling, so we'll need to add a new Overseer. 60 more links on the way. Denver, for the first time in this game, pulls ahead. Up 20 supply right now. Worker count about even. More CCs are on the way. Will be morphed into orbitals most likely. Another command center and another one. Big run by here by Denver. Mine getting 15 kills. This mine only got 2. Adrenal glands 3-3 upgrades plus 2 flyer attack. Denver going pretty ham on the upgrades at the moment. 80 workers for him as well. You see 4 Liberators starting, might be to do with Mutalisk, but there's no ship weapons upgrade, only vehicle plating, so Won't be too strong against him here, at least won't kill him super fast. Gonna need more than 4 liberators. Clem trying to do something here, but not quite going to work. These mutas get caught by the Marines, or do the Marines get caught by the Mutalisk and the Banes? I think it was indeed the latter. Former Mutalisk on the way. 19 mutas right now, going back up to 23. Overseers in combination with the Mutalisk should be able to get something done here, at least clean up those mines. But yet get this command center as well. Another base falling here for Clem. I think we're doing a good job. He's down in resources lost, but I think that's mainly from the early and the mid game. Lately he's been having some fantastic fights. A couple of mines getting triggered into his opponent's army. Link's going to town on this Thor. He is losing a little bit of supply once again, but so is Clem, who needs to retreat. These liberators are really quite powerful against the muta count that there is currently. One thing we see lacking by Denver is either some kind of follow-up tech, whether that be ultras or broodlords. I think ultras more common, but really creep as well. There's almost no creep on the map currently, and these liberators are going to push away the mutas relatively easily apparently. Cool to see. The defensive tool against the Mutalisk, and will be useful later on as well against the Ultralisk if they ever do start showing up. Right now we just have Marine, Marauder, Mine, Medevac here for Clem. He's not planning on switching out of it anytime soon. Instead of Thors, uses Liberators to deal with Mutalisk. Might have a little more use in the fight as well, rather than these Thors that shoot so slow and that's so terrible against Link Bane. Ooh, big run by here. Mine does not manage to catch him. There's 2 more mines ready. Liberators trying to catch this Mutalisk, not quite working. Oh, 2 mines once again. Are we gonna see some liberation zones? Yes, we are. Why is the army of Clem so small though? It's only 11 Marines, 4 Marauders, 13 Liberators, and 19 mines. No wonder his army is so small. His army really only consists of support units, Liberators, mines. I said I like a lot of mines, but this is pushing it a little bit. He only has 17 Marines and really lacking DPS. Mine does not fire. There's more mines at this point than Marines, which is bad. There's more mines than mutas as well. 22 workers do end up going down. Liberators trying to do some damage on these Mutalisk. We'll be able to get a couple at least. As Denver decides it's time to trade. I'm not a fan of that move too much. Seems to work out as Clem decides no more SCVs. Just keeps adding more and more army. Advanced Ballistic about to finish up. Ship Weapons level 1 finishing up as well. How good is this for Denver? Denver did a lot of eco damage, but his army is just a lot smaller right now. It's getting chitinous plating. Should help him out if he ever were to get some ultras, but so far doesn't look like he has been getting any. Link Bane on creep, which has been re-established a little bit. What do we have here? 1 mine, 12 drones falling, Liberator still doing damage. GG. I guess a couple of mine shots that I that I missed while looking at the Liberator must have ended the game, as Clem wins this rather convincingly in the end. Kind of curious what happened there all of a sudden. Guess there was only 155 supply left. Then this Liberator kills 10 workers. These mine kills some stuff, and then I guess just like that, kind of lose the game. Yeah, we had 1 or 2 big mine hits. Well, all the Banes die, and just like that, it's over. So. Very interesting game, good stuff. If you did like it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, it helps me a lot. If you didn't like it, also subscribe to my channel, it still helps me a lot. And don't forget to smash that like button, as that also helps me a lot. Alright, see y'all next time. Thanks for watching and bye bye.